Hey everyone, it's me, EODGamer here, and today we're back with another Honkai Star Rail video. I want to touch on a very quick topic that I see a lot in my where to spend your energy guide videos. One of the more popular questions I get is like, where do you stop for tracers? I think one of the biggest questions right now, as a lot of us are entering Trailblaze level 60, is we have tons of energy requirements. We need to level our characters, ascend them, get full 8 up to as high as we can go, and I think tracers is one of the biggest energy consuming activities that we have to do at Trailblaze level 60. So I have here, as you can see, I just purposely built it up 9, 10, 11 just so we can see the difference in terms of the requirements at higher levels for leveling up. Of course, basic attack is level 6, I left it at 5+1 in this case. Note that these numbers here are actually +2 because of I have her at Eidolon 6. The first question I think that I want to answer is, some characters don't have to level the final major trace here, which is the one that you get when you ascend them to the final ascension. And for example, I have Asta here opened up this defense one. It's good. It's gonna be useful. I think it's gonna give good value if you have it eventually in the end game. But if you think about it, it doesn't really add too much to her ability, other than of course surviving a little bit more when she always gets targeted. But in serious note, she doesn't add too much value in terms of damage that she does to the team, buffing the team with this major trace, and it causes quite a bit of restricted materials in a sense that this one is based on the weekly boss that you have to farm. This one also is time gated, where it's only from events, weekly in the simulated universe, or every patch in the Nameless Honor, and I think monthly for the Embers Exchange. So it's very, very time limited item. You don't want to just waste it and just toss it around as and when you can or have to, because this one later on, not only is it used to unlock these major traces, but you can see here, if I just go into Zealous level 9+2 Butterfly Fury, drain these very, very, very quickly. So you don't just want to use it as and when you feel like it. You might want to save it for more rainy day too. So that's one. I think that's the first that I want to talk about. Second thing that I want to talk about is these peripheral tracers, these minor tracers here. What do you want to upgrade and what do you not want to upgrade? Some of them, for example, if you are towards the later stage, this one I could easily upgrade it, but I think the resources that I have, I don't really care too much about this. 3.2% for my Asta build. I build her more of a survivor, a supporter with a bit more HP as well, so she just survives getting the aggro drawn on her for some reason. I don't bother adding this yet. I will eventually do it, but I think right now it's not an urgent requirement. I rather save this, for example, Yukong that's coming up, or other Harmony characters that I want to build up to on my account. So major tracers, for example Zealous one here, this crit damage 10.7%. This is 2 substat rolls, and it's very, very significant. I think this one is 8 requirement. Let me just go to Jingyuan's one real quick. Yeah, it's 8 purple materials here, which probably will take you, maybe if you are free to play, you don't refresh, maybe 1 day or 2 days. Other than that, I think that these major tracers are very, very good if you are building your main DPS up. They add ton of value, because to find this additional 10.7% in the substats from relics might take a lot more resources than 1 day's worth of resource that you can simply get farmed. So that being said, I think the main DPS unlock as much as you can for the major trace, and for supports you can choose where you want to stop at. For example, Tingyun here, also this major trace, I didn't push it up so much, the basic attacks. I didn't even go with this this basic attack damage. I just focused mainly on the stuff that she uses, which is the damage buffing element of a kit. And I think the one I want to touch about is, where do you exactly stop for trace levels? Now that we've talked about the minor tracers, major tracers, what to unlock, how do you split your resources across the account. Character specific wise, as you can see here, 7+2, this is the requirements. And I think that this will be the first point where you can actually consider stopping, pausing rather is the right word for this particular character, and move on to other characters on your account first. For example, you have 2 DPSs, you want to make sure they both are leveled up approximately equally, because they are both the main DPS on each side. You can stop here for a while, because this is a weekly material, and yeah, you also need it to unlock major traces for other characters. For example, if I wanted to play Sampo and I wanted this major trace that he has, I need these weekly materials, which now I do not have, because for example I went to level this up to level 10 and level 11 just to showcase for this video as well. So I think level 7+2 is a good point to stop. But if you, let's say, don't have many characters on your account, you have a lot of this surplus as well, maybe for some reason all your characters are only using this ice one like mine, and instead of the other boss material, you can push it up, I think, to 8+2. 8+2 is also probably a pretty good stopping point definitely, because it's limited based on these tracks of destiny. These tracks of destiny, for those of you who don't know, it drains off very, very quickly, because every level of these like tracers, it starts eating it off very, very quickly. And in order to like bring in a new character into the game, let's say for example Herta, if I wanted to build Herta, you need these tracks of destiny to unlock the major trace here, as well as this one over here as well. So every new character you need just to unlock the major trace is like 2 already, so that's very, very significant. And especially since it's also a pretty limited resource. Basic attack, I have it currently at 5+1. I think you can go beyond. I think 6+1 is also fine. I can't remember what I saw after this, but once it gets to like Tracks of Destiny or the weekly mats, I think the thought process is the same as these other 3. And that's honestly my opinions of how to allocate tracers, especially in the earlier parts of Trailblaze level 60 all the way to 65, and maybe like up to like 66 and 67 and stuff like that. At very end game, you want to push everything to beyond. But if you found this video helpful and these insights also useful for you, do like and subscribe for more of such future content. Check out these 2 other videos we have on the channel already, and see you in the next video.